I tried Starfield's new update and the expansion, and well, at first I tried it on my ultra modded gameplay so that I could get the start of the DLC right away, but then the game kept crashing on me and I remembered this is a Bethesda game that just got updated, so my mods will no longer work. To what? And it crashed. Oh, we're back. And it crashed. I'm going on a different game. Back to the drawing board. I started a new character, and the only mods in my list being official creations, the free ones. I'm not giving them any money, so these are basically microtransactions. And right off bat, my game crashed. Turns out, even without mods, this game still runs like garbage. From characters sinking through the floor,
Bye for now.
to ships sinking through the ceiling, to constant frame rate drops, and to my ship randomly exploding because my game was lagging. And people say that this game's the most stable Bethesda game to date. Bar meets flaw. Starfield continues to deliver wonder after wonder, featuring a photo mode that allows you, the player, yes you, to capture a moment of serenity, a vista, or a point in time where the game really showcases its beauty. Here's some of mine. Now, once you get past the hour-long tutorial that keeps crashing on you, and you make your way to New Atlantis, and then you go through the next set of tutorials, and then you have to go with Sam Kota. Honestly, fuck this guy. I spedrun to the best of my ability to get the Razor Leaf, because Lord knows you need a good starter ship in this game, and by golly oh gosh, was it worth it? No. No. The Free Lanes update is, admittedly, a nice little addition to the world specs and generally helps make navigation through the cosmos a little more interesting. Being able to interact and come across different ships and different points of interest in space, it really does make the world space feel that bit more alive. And it's a much needed touch for a space exploration game to have. At times I was pleasantly surprised at how fast I arrived at my target destination, while knowing I only needed to open up one menu to get into another menu to then select a specific point or planet or system, and then go to that planet's little landing area, and then I go through 2 cutscenes back to back, and then another loading screen in order to exit my ship once I landed. Yeah. Also, sometimes when you warp out of the Free Lanes navigation, another ship can just randomly spawn inside of yours. Now, I am on a series console, so the loading screens are fast, but there's still just too many of them. Even with the Free Lanes update, you can't just organically land on a planet, so you have to navigate through menus and go through tedious cutscenes. I'm not kidding when I said this before. In order to enter your ship, it is a load screen into a cutscene into another load screen, and that's just to get into space.
Oh yeah, there was no space travel. You're not wrong, Hanny 330. There was no space travel in Mass Effect. No space travel in Knights of the Old Republic. No one ever gave a shit about those games not having space exploration.
Old man yells at cloud. Now the new weapons and armor and cool cosmetics introduced here via the update or DLC are definitely a nice touch to the world space. I felt that the in-game items base game were kind of lacking, so it's nice to see more here. And also the Doom armor was free, so bonus points there. But With the fact that Sony players are demanding refunds en masse, the game barely works on PlayStation or on other platforms despite finally going multiplat, you'd have thought Todd's Magnum Opus would have been able to bring more to the table than just cosmetics. And if it feels like I'm shitting on the game, I am. I've had to sit here and point out its flaws time and time again, not because I hate Bethesda, but because I want the Bethesda of old back, which is a foolish gambit, because anyone that's ever mattered in that studio was long gone by now. I've had to sit here and endure revisionist history of the game, of people literally sending me death threats because I pointed out that the game has tremendous script bloat. The same people that said script bloat isn't a thing, they don't know what it is, and that doesn't make sense, I've just made it up. In a game that uses a script-based engine. I've sat here and I've watched the collective consciousness of what could only be described as bronze DPS Overwatch players tell me no, the game is fine. If anything, it's a masterpiece. Meanwhile, the rest of the thinking world is highlighting crucial and critical issues with the game. Now, did the DLC rectify any of the base game issues? Did it add or improve any mechanics and actually help stabilize the narrative, the technical, or the world space? Yeah, this about sums it up. In short, did Starfield get better? No, and that's because the issues were never an outer layer, superficial problem, but core fundamental issues that lie within the very structure and bedrock and foundation of the game. Its writing, its characters, its narrative, its shipbuilding being super limited despite being a ship-based game. Now I will say, gunplay is pretty okay, but therein lies another issue. Bethesda RPGs are known, or were known, for the ability to kill someone, take their cool ass coat. You just can't go around killing anyone you want to in the game anymore, and even when you can kill people, they may not drop the item of clothing or weapon or armor that you want. That's right, MMO looting within a Bethesda single player RPG. You now have to get mods to fix this issue. The characters at times feel awful to interact with, and bringing them on missions is always a mistake as they just inject themselves into whatever conversation you're having, resulting in moments where it just feels like someone's self-insert OC. It's painful.
For a confrontation with the Rangers. Still, I confess, I'm a little disappointed that the Marshal said the deputy instead of a full-fledged Ranger.
I'm willing to bet this deputy can handle whatever you intend to throw in our path.
And who might you be?
Sarah Morgan.
It's a pleasure to welcome you aboard, Sarah.
It's soulless, it's surface level. As I've said before, it's an okay sandbox for mods and to turn it into a Star Wars shooting gallery, but as an actual functional property on its own, I hope we never see this IP again. With the Terran Armada and the Free Lanes update, Starfield has shifted from a 4 out of 10 to a 5 out of 10. It's now just an average game. It's nothing special, it does nothing big or impressive. It's a game I might boot up to just play while I'm waiting for dinner and all my other games are updating. Anyway, let me know what you think. Peace.